Have you heard of the Batwa? The Batwa people are also known as Pygmies. Do you know that they are considered the shortest people in the world? They are an indigenous group living in the rainforest of Africa. I have visited the Batwa in Uganda. Recently, their lives have turned into a nightmare. For centuries, the Batwa lived deep in the African jungle. Their unique culture was often overlooked until 1992. The reason? To protect the mountain gorillas in Bwindi Impenetrable National Park in the world-famous Virunga Mountains. The Batwa had to leave the rainforest they shared with the great apes for ages. Nowadays, they strive to preserve their heritage in the modern world. You can visit the Batwa and learn about their tragic fate. Despite their troubles, they have a rich cultural heritage that is deeply intertwined with the forest they call home. From their unique language to their hunting and gathering skills, the Batwa Pygmies have a way of life that is both simple and profound. One of the most significant aspects of the Batwa lifestyle is their deep connection to the land. They rely on the forest for food, medicine and shelter. They used to use huts like this in the jungle. Their culture is unlike any other, filled with traditions and practices that have been passed down for generations, like honey gathering, making fire and hunting. It's a tribe that is residing in the Great Lakes region of Africa. Even now, they still lack recognitions by the governments of both Uganda and Congo. If you visit the gorillas, you can also visit the Batwa, or at least a small group of them. Be aware, there are many tours that you can book. Most of them cost a lot of money, but don't show the real life of the Batwa. There's only one genuine tour. It is called the Batwa Experience. The Batwa will show their old way of life, but you can also talk to them about their life. They have a small piece of land for the tours, but they cannot live on it. During my visit, I met a big group, but the most special were four 90-year-old Batwa. They have lived in the rainforest for centuries and have endured all the recent changes. With help of a local guide, I could talk to them. This was one of the most inspiring talks I ever had. So, and these four are like 90 years old.
Yeah.
All. And they live now in the surroundings of Bwindi, but not
Yes,
in
yes.
Bwindi anymore.
No, they live around on the edges of the forest. Where we have.
And how do they feel about being outside of Bwindi?
Mbweni mwe nkuku mulyaha mukatawo mwihamba tikwe
naza kugira umuntu yasatsa kamera hano kandi nafite tukaba tutarafa no
according to Kapere, he is not happy because the food they used to eat in the forest, it was free. They could not pay anything, but now they pay money to get anything, which the money they don't have. Secondly, the medicine they used in the forest was very, very, very helpful for the Batwa because they could not go to the hospital and they could live longer than today. That they used not to die. That is the message here.
What are they missing the most?
Ekimuferi bwe mwihamba ninka kina kibigamba.
niyo baziye tuni na zetu n'ubuki ibyo baturaje mu nda zetu kandi byakubaba bakubegamba zetu kandi bakandi.
They miss medicinal plants, they miss free meat, they miss honey, they miss their forest, their homeland.
The homeland. Do they think they will ever go back?
Murateekateeka ngu aliza kubaho chance mugaruke mwihamba nangwa atyaho kugaruka.
Itubwe ni ka chance tukagaruka mu ihamba ryetu twabaga hakaba hari n'ibyo kurya byetu byo twabaga turabikunda kandi biratusemeza biratuhereza amagara marungi kandi tutarabasha kugira ubusake.
If given a chance, they would love to go back to the forest, but now they don't have that chance. And he's saying that when they were eating the wild food in the forest, they were healthier than today. But now the food they eat make them sick.
Okay. Can we ask them if they are a little bit happy with what's going on with your work, for instance?
abana kuza kwega tukagira kwega abana bakega kugira ngo bakatumbakira n'amazu kugira ngo natwe tubenga abandi tushemese abandi nk'abana amarwari.
Yes. However, we have lost the forest, but we have there are some things we have got which we could not get when we were in the forest. One of them, our children are getting education, and when they are educated, they can fight for our rights. Secondly, we are living in permanent houses, and if we are living in those houses, it's not like our children cannot study living in the environment we used to live in, so they are happy today. And again, we access the hospitals. However, it is good alternative for our medicinal plants we used to get in the forest.
How do they feel they are treated by the Ugandan people?
They are saying that they are now treated well in the community. It is not like the past when they left the forest, that's where they had some hardship. But now they are treated very well, equally like other people. Their children are studying in the same schools where the non-Batwa children are studying from.
And what can be improved, do you think? Or they think?
That they would be happy if they can get enough land, that the land is not enough. Again, they will also need to have some animals. Then, on top of that, they also need to have more scholarship for their children, so that that scholarship should not end, it should not end, it should continue, so that they can have more Batwa who are educated, and that's when their voice will be heard in the government.
The Batwa use dance and music to express their feelings. Pygmy tribes' dance rituals are not just for entertainment, but hold deep cultural significance in resolving disputes. They sing about their life, their struggles, and their future. Their story is a reminder of the importance of cultural diversity and the need to protect indigenous communities around the world. By learning about and supporting the Batwa Pygmies, we can help ensure that their heritage continues to strive for future generations. My best tip is to support organizations working towards their empowerment. I encourage you to take the time to learn more about indigenous tribes like the Batwa. So if you visit the mountain gorillas, visit also the Batwa. It is definitely worth it.